Today I want to talk about switching a garden from the warm season over to the cool season. So we're going to be transitioning these two beds to grow cool season crops instead of middle of the summer crops. Sound good? Let's do it. Welcome to the Gardenary channel. My name is Nicole Burke. I'm the author of Kitchen Garden Revival and the founder of Gardenary. I'm on a mission to get everybody into the garden. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and please subscribe to the channel, watch a bunch of the videos, and join our mission. I'm so excited that you're here. Today I want to show you just a simple process of transitioning a bed. Well, it's not really that simple actually, but I'm going to show you the process of transitioning a bed from warm season over to cool season. So if you scroll back on our channel, we have a video about transitioning from cool season to warm season. So now we're going back the opposite direction because it's about to start cooling down here in the Chicago area. So throughout the summer, we added these obelisk trellises and grew lots of cucumbers, and as you can see, a black cherry tomato on these trellises. So we had tons of production. We were picking cucumbers every single week throughout July and August, and even into September. But now it's time to move on and to start growing some greens, lettuces, kale, cool season crops instead of the big cucumber plants. So if I wanted to grow a vining plant in the cool season, something like peas or sugar snap peas or Oregon sugar pods, then I could leave these trellises here and grow those peas up these trellises because they do like to climb. But these are actually not going to be my primary trellises. If I'm going to do that, I'll use the arch trellises on my other beds. For these beds, I actually want to transition them completely to just lettuces, so no vining plants at all. What that means is I need to remove these obelisk trellises, get them out of the garden. I'll probably put them in my landscape just to add some height and beauty to the landscape during the colder season, and then clear the space and get it ready for lettuce plants. So step one, really before to transition anything, is to remove the old plants entirely from the garden. So off video, I cut all of the cucumber plants from their base and clean them up from the garden. So that's really the first step. You can see I've got a couple of remnants from the cucumbers here, but for the most part, I've cleaned almost all of them out. Now we have some other things here in this garden space that I'm kind of on the fence about whether I should take them out or not. So one is this Shishito plant. This Shishito has been super productive. We actually have a video here on the channel about this particular plant. You can see how many, I just harvested a huge bowl and it's already producing again. So I love Shishitos. It's a pepper I love to use in the garden. So I'm probably gonna let this stay for a little bit longer. It will not make it past frost. So as soon as I start to see a thread of frost, I can possibly pot this up and bring it indoors. I don't know, but I'm gonna let it stay. This dinosaur kale is not super healthy, but it is cool season tolerant. So I'm gonna probably let this stay. And then this is, I think this is a white Siberian or something like that kale plant. This will stay as well. This one is not looking very healthy. It was probably shaded too much from the warm season plants. You can see it's got some pest infestation on it too. So I might just pull it from the garden. We'll see as we get on. Here is a sunflower plant. This one is not going to tolerate frost either. I was hoping to get some seed production from these sunflower heads, but they're taking their time. So I'll have to decide if I'm going to let these stay and go completely to seed or if I'm just going to pull them out entirely. Basil back here. We've had tons of basil all season long. Again, it's one of those things where you have to decide. I will probably take a few more harvests from this plant and then either repot it and try to bring it indoors or let it go. Let it go. You know, sometimes you just got to do that. This zinnia is kind of held on. It has been kind of a low performer. I just put it in July. It was a stressed out seedling and I just stuck it in for fun. This one's probably going to go as well. All right, so that covers this corner. So basically what you have to do is make lots of decisions. And if you have any trouble with letting go of plants or not seeing something to its full end of its life, it can be a challenge to transition the garden from one season to the next. As you can see, I got issues doing that myself. So anyway, what we are gonna do for sure is pull this trellis out of the garden. We'll pull this one and this one today and start to prep this space to plant new lettuce seed. This one's still got some cucumber on it. So if you're interested in these trellises, I've really enjoyed them. They come in a kit, and I'll put a link to the trellis kit at the bottom of this video. And we're just gonna see if we can, you know, lightly slide this one up. We put it down pretty firmly, and that's it, guys. That's all you gotta do. So you can see this last piece adds the height to the trellis. So you just wanna make sure when you pull it out, you keep it all together. And I'm just gonna lay these up against the side of the house until I find a place. Kind of scared that's gonna fall over. Until I find a place where I'm gonna put them in the rest of the landscape. All right, that's number one. Oops, see, that's what I was telling you guys about. You can end up separating the top from the bottom. So let's try this again. All right, put that back on. Now we'll go lower. Okay. And if you missed your arm workout for the day, you get a little bit here. All right, so that's 2 trellises out. So now we've cleared this space. It feels a lot better, actually. So now I can come in here. What I'm gonna do is rake out the debris and clear the soil really well. And then I'm gonna add in some nutrients. So most of the things I wanna grow in the fall season need a lot of nitrogen. Most of them are gonna be grown for their leaves. So nitrogen is the main thing we're heading toward. So I might amend my soil with some like organic cottonseed meal or something like that. Or just simply honestly I always add compost and maybe a little bit of earthworm castings. So I'm just gonna amend my soil, put a couple extra layers of compost here, and then I'll be ready to plant for the cool season. In these beds, I'm most likely gonna plant my favorite lettuces because I wanna make the most of the fall season. And I have some fun projects to share with you coming up in future videos. So stay tuned for those as I show you the possibilities of growing greens in the cool season, even when you hit frost and cold. All right, so I think that wraps up this season. I mean, I don't know about you, but it looks like I'm kind of having issues holding on. So what I've got to do is finish up this black cherry tomato, pull the last trellis, and I am most likely going to go ahead and cut these sunflowers, clean the area, and start to plant for the cool season. That's what it takes. It's like you have to have the willpower to say goodbye to things a little early. But this is how you transition a garden from the warm season into the cool season. So stay tuned and see what this bed becomes in the days and weeks ahead. Thanks so much for being part of the Gardenary community. I'm so thankful you're here, bringing back the kitchen garden with me, and I'll see you next time.